It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Boys Podcast.
Like, we see greatness and we often think like greatness means that you won in life. But oftentimes greatness is accompanied with misery, and it's that misery that drives you to greatness, right? So like, who has enjoyed their life more? Probably LeBron, man, to be honest with you. And
LeBron is not the happiest NBA player of all time.
No, but he's happier than Jordan.
Why do we say that though?
Jordan's eyes are yellow.
They red.
They're not supposed to be.
Man, he's 60 years old and he does cognac and cigars every day religiously.
Well, maybe that's another thing we should look into.
And he never used to drink or smoke. He don't got shit else to do right now. Like, listen, I think Jordan, I don't have a problem with him. I don't look at that as insecurity because you're at a fucking Hall of Fame speech telling the fucking truth.
Listen,
if I look at my old high school coach and I say, I keep bringing this story up because I want him to always know he made a fucking mistake, I don't have a problem with that. If Jerry Krause fucking fucked up the dynasty, I don't have a problem with him calling Jerry Krause out. If Byron Russell, the Hall of Fame speech where he said that Byron Russell said to him, he said it was a time they was playing baseball. No, Utah was in town when he was playing baseball. So Karl Malone, John Stockton, and Byron Russell came to see him or some shit like that. And Byron was like, yo, you better be lucky you retired, because if you was on this motherfucking court with me right now, I would guard you and this and that, yada, yada, yada. I would shut you down, blah, blah, blah. So Michael said, when it came time for the NBA Finals, said he went up to Byron and he said, yo, you remember about a year ago when you motherfucking told me that if I was back on this court, you could guard me and you could shut me down? You about to get your chance now, motherfucker. What? That's his muse. That's his energy. That's his motivation. Yeah. That don't mean he insecure because he's calling that shit out and reminding motherfuckers of yo, you're actually giving them props. Byron, you were my influence, you stupid motherfucker. That's why you should have kept your fucking mouth shut when you're on the court with greatness. You don't got to give me any reason to be good. You know I'm showing up.
Right.
You don't rattle the fucking cage. They rattled the cage. So now they got to hear that cage rattle for the rest of their life. I don't look at that as insecurity. I got plenty of motivation like that.
That's the motivation. That's the motivation that he needs. And he goes out there and he actually searches for that motivation. That being said, if you felt complete, if he felt complete, if he felt he didn't need to prove anything to the world, then he wouldn't do that.
No, I think sometimes you just got to, toot your own horn. Sometimes you got to remind, he's not a rapper. He can't do it in songs. Like we've never said Jay-Z's insecure. You know what I'm saying? Those guys tell you I'm the greatest, the best rapper alive. I do this better than you. Jordan only has interviews. He only has documentaries. He only has books to tell you. Shit, we didn't feel that way about Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali tell you he the motherfucking greatest all the time.
Yeah.
We didn't say he was insecure.
Yeah, I think that people would say it. I think if you ask your therapist, I think a therapist would probably say, yeah, all these people have insecurities and they have extreme confidence or narcissism even. Like 100%. If you need to scream at the top of your lungs that you're the greatest, right? You must not feel like people think you're the greatest and you value what they think.
I think you have to talk yourself into things, man. Like
that means you don't believe it.
No, that's not true. It's just reinforcement. Listen,
why do you need reinforcement?
In a world where you're always getting vocal negative reinforcement, what are you hearing in your head? The only counter to the negative reinforcement is to tell yourself, no, I am great. No, I am the best. No, I know I'm putting in more work than anybody. This motherfucker can't guard me. No, I know I can get in this ring and knock this motherfucker out. Mm-hmm. No, I know I can get on stage and tell these best jokes. Like if people are always telling you who sucks, who's telling you that you're good? Yo, when you're a child, people pat you on the back and give you encouragement to go be the best. But as you become an adult, it's like that goes away and all you got is the negative shit. Who is going to tell you that you're great?
I think you're describing the most relatable feeling about this. And I think that's why we resonate, or these people resonate with us, right? And this type of behavior resonates. I love a chip on my shoulder. I love it when motherfucker tells me I can't do some shit. I'm grateful. Yes. When I hear that shit, I am grateful. I love it if I hear somebody pop off or say some slick shit on Twitter or something like that, especially if it's one of my colleagues, one of my contemporaries. I love, they don't even know. but I'm digging their grave for them. They don't know it. I got the shovel. Do you know what I mean? There's a hole. I'm ready to put you in it. You don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Put dick in that hole.
Shit, I'll put Tyrese and Casanova's dick in the fucking hole.
Listen, I love that shit, man. That shit gets me off. And guess what? I'm not gonna go back and forth with you on Twitter. I'm gonna show
do the work
through actions and deeds.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna constantly keep seeing this fucking work, and there's nothing you can do about it. And when we're all said and done, 15, 20 years from now, when you look back, you like, man, that motherfucker did everything I thought he wasn't gonna do.
Yes, and we all feel the way. That being said, if we were like some Zen Buddhist monks, me and you, and somebody said some dumb shit to us, we would probably be so like confident and fulfilled in what we need or not needing anything that we probably wouldn't even pay no mind. But here's the reality. At the end of the day, we are human and things do affect us. And how we deal with those things that affect us differs from person to person. And we tend to resonate to the motherfuckers that go, all right, you affected me. And now I'm taking you down because that's the cost of affecting me.
That's why I love this. I love this conversation, man, because that's exactly what it is. You got to be able to channel that negative that's coming towards you. You got to be able to channel that hate from those doubters, that any energy from those people who telling you that you can't succeed. How do you channel that? Some people internalize it, and that shit weighs them the fuck down, and they don't never fly. They never get to fly. They never get to soar because they're weighed down by all that shit. Some people take that shit and just turn that shit into positive fuel in order for them to go out there and be great. Because by the way, think about it like this. All of those people that's talking shit about you, that's because they don't feel like they can stop you any other fucking way.
100%.
That's all they can do. They can't do shit else to you. They can't beat you on the court. They can't beat you in the ring. They can't beat you on stage. There's nothing else they can do except for talk. That's it. That's it. Fuck that, man. Listen, man. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. We all needed a good dose of Michael Jordan during this fucking.
I agree with you, man.
We all needed this shit.
And I think we needed GOAT. I think we needed to put some respect on the word GOAT because we were throwing goats around a lot.
Yes.
You know, like
goats around like fucking Jamaicans. We were, man. We throw them shit around too fucking much, man. We throw goats around too goddamn much.
We were throwing goats, and it's like each industry can have that goat, or you can have the goat of the time in which things are operating in. But we were throwing goats around like it was just like, yo, he's good. We were throwing goats around like goods.
I think it's goats, and I think it's gods.
And Jordan is on God level.
Jordan is on God level, and that right there. That is very, very, very rare air. You can argue about who's the greatest of all time. You can put LeBron in that conversation and, Kobe, like those guys are considered the greatest of all time, Hall of Famers, legendary, but we know who the gods are, bro. Ain't too many gods out here. That's just the truth to the matter. Ain't too many gods of their industry, gods of the game. Jordan is a god, period. There's nothing like him. There's none before him, and I don't know if there's none to come because that shit don't have nothing to do with talent. It's been plenty of people who physically have better builds than Michael Jordan, probably shoot better than Michael Jordan, but it's just something up here, that will to win, that cerebralness, that spirit that they just don't have. They're not able to tap into that realm Jordan was able to tap into, man.